Hey everybody, welcome to that 80s room. Today I went out to check the mail and basically got the season's first toy catalog. You can see this is Top Toys from Walmart. And you can see it's not even the 1st of October yet, and this is already Christmas themed. So I think it's way too early to have Christmas themed. But we'll take a look. You know, back in the day, we used to get the Sears catalog, and everybody would take a look in that Sears catalog. Whether you were 85 or 5, everybody looked in the Sears catalog. So we'll just see what this has got to offer. We'll open it up here to the first page. And the first page has got really nothing, but again, you can see that it's all Christmas themed here. And the one thing that I did notice is everything's got the QR codes in it. I thumbed through this magazine just a little bit before I did anything, and there are no prices in this, so Walmart can manipulate their prices at any time instead of saying, "Hey, here's your holiday stuff for your children," and giving people a time to, you know, maybe save a little money or put a little money back for these things, or to get them say, "Hey, well, I can get this, you know, on this payday or that payday." They don't even do that. It's totally void of any prices, so you can't even really plan. So we'll just keep going here. I know the Sears catalog when I was younger, that thing had a price for everything. As soon as you got that catalog, you know exactly how much the stuff is going to cost. Now, there would still be the possibility that you could get it on sale, but you could always get it for the price that was listed in that catalog. And the first page here is geared more towards little children, and everything here is supposed to be $10 or under. And I don't know. Give you guys a minute to look at that. And the next page is pretty much about the same. Get about the same stuff. Now this is the one thing that I did see. I'll show you here in the corner here. This puzzle here, it says it's solid wood or wood, and all that is a piece of cheaply made laser cut wood, and they want $25 for that, or under $25. Yeah, I think that's just ridiculous in my opinion. I mean, but we'll keep going here. The one thing I do see is this little farm set here. I think everybody in the 80s had that little farm set. Well, that's not really a farm set, and it looked like it. So got some plushies, some dancing toys up here in the corner, Sesame Street stuff. They got some of these little tracks and stuff here. Again, this stuff is saying $20 or under $20. What that probably means is everything that's on this page is about $19.99. So you take that 1 cent off, and then all of a sudden it's under $20. Well, depending on where you work at and what you do, $20 could be 3 hours worth of work for just one of these toys. I don't see. I mean, I would have to let my granddaughters or something look through some of this girl stuff. I don't know. None of it looks that great to me. In fact, I think my wife has already started buying some toys, and I don't think I've seen her bring home anything that looks like any of this stuff. More plushies. Girl stuff. I don't know. I've seen people collecting this Spider-Man like that. I've never really got into the oversized design of some of this stuff. Now, of course, I'm not 5 or 6 either, so that might have something to do with it. Yeah, got some little houses and stuff. Now see, like this one here, if you go, it gives you the number of it, and then you go down here in the bottom and you find out, and it'll give you more details about what it is. But the one thing that it doesn't give you is the price. Like here's a little Hot Wheels thing or whatever that is, and again, there's no pricing on any of this stuff. Again, everything's under, it just says under $25. And like I said, what they're notorious for doing is, well, it's $24.99. That's probably what it is, so. And they've got a few bicycles. A few big wheel type things. I don't know if they're called big wheels anymore, but when we were younger, they were called big wheels. And they got a few markers and crayons up here. And I remember when we were kids, I don't think that there was a Christmas back in the 80s where we didn't get some kind of coloring book and a box of Crayola crayons. And but we used to color. There wasn't no internet, and there wasn't a lot of cartoons on. If it wasn't, like Saturday morning, there really wasn't any cartoons unless you had cable. Of course, we had cable occasionally. Sometimes my mom would get it or whatever, and we would have it so you could watch some more cartoons. But usually the only time that we would be watching cartoons is on Saturday morning for a couple hours. But we always got crayons and stuff. Maybe some colored pencils when we got older. Here's some more stuff. Just different blocks and games and whatever. More stuffed animals. Now the one thing that I do see is like these Polly Pocket type things. I do know that those were very popular with the girls back in the days. If you found them with all the pieces, they're very collectible, but most of the time the boys and the girls, I think what the boys had like Mighty Max or something like that, and the girls had Polly Pockets, but usually the only thing that survives is the cases. You don't really have any of the small accessories left. They just get lost, and a lot of times they probably get vacuumed up. And we got a few dolls here. Of course, under $35. Frozen has been on the toy list there for quite some time. That turned out to be pretty popular with girls. And of course the classic Barbie stuff. Got the Barbie van. I don't know what that is. The Barbie high-rise building. Not too bad selection of Barbie stuff. Thing is I wonder, like, if you go into the store, how much of this stuff is actually available in store. I have to look sometime. Maybe just take this catalog into the store and see, like, these more popular things. See how many of them are actually available in the store. Probably depends on how close you are to Christmas. I could probably find a majority of this stuff now if I went in there. But the thing I would wonder is when you start getting out, you know, a month from Christmas, what's available. And I remember the Rubik's Cube, when those came out, everybody wanted them. And a lot of people had them. I remember they were so popular, there was some of us that didn't get them the first year they came out because you just couldn't find them. Like, as soon as they would get a shipment in, they would all get sold. And I think sometimes it took a couple of years before we actually got some of that stuff. But it was still pretty popular for quite some time. And some of the stuff. I know my wife likes to buy these mini brands, and every time she sees them for a good price, she grabs them. She's got a whole big collection in there that she's been collecting them for probably about 5 years now. But every once in a while, we'll find these on clearance or something someplace, and she'll buy a bunch of them. You know, there we go with some more plushies and stuff. I think this is one of those mandrakes from Harry Potter. Of course, this is supposed to be a holiday themed, well, Christmas themed, and they've got the Barbie dressed up like the Wicked Witch from what is that? The Yellow Brick Road. I can't even think of it right now. The Wizard of Oz. Which I suppose if the little girls knew about the Wizard of Oz, that they would like that. Now this is just starting to get into the stuff where we would, as collectors, start enjoying some of this. You got the Spider-Man over here, some of the Sonic stuff down here, and Transformers. But you know, look at the price for this stuff this year. Under $30. It's like, I don't know. I guess I'm a cheapskate because I'm just not seeing $30 worth of value on that. Nor is there really a big selection there. Some Star Wars stuff. Godzilla. Now I did find that, bring this over here a little bit, these dinosaurs, Walmart does have a nice selection of dinosaurs back there in the back. They're unbranded toys or something, and I do have a few of them, and they're pretty detailed. So I do recommend them. And then got some Pokemon stuff. Again, look at those prices. Just because it says Pokemon on it. The classic Hot Wheels. I think on any given day, I can go down to the next town over and go into the flea markets and stuff like that and just pick up just loads and loads and loads of Hot Wheels. You can buy them anywhere from 25 cents to $1 a piece for used ones. But of course, you're not going to get any like red lines or anything, but you can get just heaps of Hot Wheels. Yeah, there's a few remote control items. I know when I was a kid, we used to like getting remote control items, but then the thing would be is you would get the batteries and stuff, and by the next day your stuff would be out of batteries, and getting your parents to go buy you a bunch of batteries was not easy because they were expensive and they didn't last very long. So we got some Legos. I've only ever, like when I was a kid, I had one big Lego set one time when I was a kid, and that was about it. But these things have always been just really expensive. More Legos. Now I thought that the prices on Legos and stuff would come down a little bit that one time when Lego forgot to renew their trademark and stuff on some of this stuff, and people were able to make some, because I know now that you can go into the dollar store sometime and buy Lego knockoffs. You can't buy like this big Star Wars ship or anything, but you can buy Legos in there that you can use to add to your stuff. But the prices have stayed high. Get the Nintendo Switch, the Xbox, the PS5. The PS5 now just looks like a computer tower, in my opinion. More action figures. Collect them all. I'm just not seeing a good selection of stuff in here. Some scooters. Some little electric bikes. Some roller skates. Good thing they come with all the padding and stuff now. Back in the day, we used to get the roller skates and stuff, and you'd always see one or two kids come to school with a broken wrist or a broken arm or something. They'd get the skates or the skateboards and fall down on them and break their arms and stuff. A few bicycles and accessories. Under $50. Look at that, what a bargain. Let's see what Last Stop Toys. I'm not seeing $50. You guys have to let me know in the comments on this $50 page. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, that's the last page there, everybody. I mean, I don't know if they're going to send out anything else. Like I said, it's not even the 1st of October yet, and they've sent this out for Christmas, and I'm just not seeing anything that I would say, hey, I'm going to run down and grab this for myself or the grandkids for Christmas before you can't get it. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know how many of you guys actually looked at the Sears catalog back in the day. I think it's too bad that Sears doesn't do that anymore. There really isn't a Sears store that you can go into around here. They've all been closed down. But thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you again soon.